RHOC filming resumes to capture post-reunion revelation about the night of Shannon Beador's DUI arrest. The Real Housewives of Orange County Season 18 is over, but it went out with one of the biggest surprises in Real Housewives history. At the end of the three-part reunion, we picked back up with the ladies as they met up to discuss something that happened while filming the season that was only brought up after production concluded. This isn't the first time RHOC Season 18 filming was extended, but it is the last. Earlier this year, the cameras returned to capture the aftermath of Ryan Boyajian being named in an FBI investigation. That was a non-event that only peddled this false narrative that Ryan was bad. In the aftermath, there were questions about why producers thought filming that was a good idea. However, the latest wave of footage featured a wealth of juicy information that dramatically changes what we know about John Jansen. Heather and Tamra may not be Shannon's true friends. After the taping of the reunion, Heather Dubrow and Tamra Judge revealed that John heard Shannon crashing her car before her DUI arrest. The two women revealed to the group that he had said he wanted to investigate the crash but that his daughter told him to stay behind because this would not look good for him. Of course, this could add some weight to the claims about the Ring camera footage that allegedly featured Shannon almost running over John's daughter. Shannon was visibly stunned to hear this version of events because she believed it could have been brought up at the reunion. Ultimately, she revealed John claimed she hit him the night of her arrest and admitted that she doesn't recall a single thing from that night. As she broke down into tears, her entire friend group, including Heather and Tamra, supported her because they felt that the only thing that mattered was the person she is today. Tamra even had a tearful moment with Shannon 36 hours after they mended fences at the reunion. RHOC Season 19 should be a change of pace. While their feud seems to be over for now, there's no telling what RHOC Season 19 will bring because the final part of the reunion helped the women become more unified. The season has been dominated by Shannon's legal drama with John Jansen and her arguments with his fiancée, Alexis Bellino, so it seems the episode-ending revelation was about ending that storyline. Perhaps producers are interested in taking the show in a different direction next season because carrying over any John-Alexis drama into another season could sour fans on the show. The cameras of The Real Housewives of Orange County were supposed to have wrapped for the season, leaving the cast to nurse their reunion wounds and soak in the post-drama lull. But when shocking revelations about Shannon Beador's infamous DUI arrest surfaced during the reunion, Bravo execs made a swift, unprecedented decision: the show must go on. The call sheets went out early that morning, summoning the housewives back into action. The buzz around Orange County was palpable. How could they not capture the fallout from one of the most jaw-dropping twists in RHOC history? Scene 1, Shannon's post-reunion confessional. Shannon sits in her confessional chair, visibly rattled. Her hair is styled in soft waves, but her makeup fails to hide the strain of the past few days. She takes a deep breath before launching into her monologue. "I thought this season was hard enough," she begins, her voice cracking. "But this is beyond anything I could have imagined." She looks directly into the camera, a mixture of defiance and vulnerability in her eyes. When the reunion wrapped, I thought I had said everything I needed to say about that night. I took accountability for my actions. I apologized to the people I hurt. But what came out afterward? It's like someone was out to destroy me all over again. The screen cuts to a reunion flashback where Andy Cohen looks at Shannon with that trademark mix of curiosity and concern. "There's something you're not sharing about that night," he says, leaning forward. The other women exchange knowing glances. Tamra Judge raises an eyebrow, while Heather Dubrow shifts uncomfortably in her seat. "Out with it," Gina Kirschenheiter prods, clearly relishing the moment. Shannon squirms in her seat before blurting out, "There was someone else in the car with me that night." Scene 2, the group reacts. The cameras follow Gina as she recaps the revelation over a wine-filled lunch with Emily Simpson. "I knew there was more to the story," Gina says, swirling her Sauvignon Blanc. The way Shannon dodged my questions all season. Classic Shannon. But someone else in the car. Who do you think it was? Emily leans back in her chair, her expression contemplative. Honestly, my money's on John. Gina's eyes widen. Her ex-boyfriend. No way. He's too careful to get caught up in something like that. But what if he wasn't? Emily counters, raising an eyebrow. What if he was the one who called the shots that night? Maybe that's why she's been protecting him. Their conversation is interrupted by Heather Dubrow's arrival. Clad in a designer jumpsuit, Heather sits down and waves off the waiter's offer of a menu. Just sparkling water for me, she says coolly. You've heard the news, right? Gina asks eagerly. Heather gives a knowing smile. Of course, darling. And let me tell you, this story is far from over. Scene 3, Tamra's podcast bombshell. Meanwhile, Tamra Judge takes to her podcast, 2 T's in a Pod, to address the scandal. I'm not saying I know exactly what happened, Tamra says, her voice dripping with faux innocence. But let's just say I've heard things. And if they're true, Shannon's going to have a lot of explaining to do. Her co-host, Teddy Mellencamp, chimes in. It's not like this is her first time sweeping things under the rug. Remember that season when she pretended everything was fine with David? Tamra smirks. Oh, I remember. Shannon's always been good at spinning a story. But this time, the truth is coming out whether she likes it or not. The podcast clip goes viral, and the Housewives group chat explodes. Scene 4, Shannon confronts Tamra. Shannon pulls up to Tamra's Cut Fitness studio, her face set in determination. The production crew scrambles to keep up as she marches inside. Tamra! Shannon yells, her voice echoing through the empty gym. Tamra emerges from her office, her expression equal parts surprise and amusement. Well. If it isn't Miss DUI herself. How dare you talk about me on your podcast? Shannon snaps, her voice trembling with anger. Tamra crosses her arms. You're mad at me. Maybe you should be mad at yourself for lying to everyone. I didn't lie. Shannon protests. I was trying to protect someone. Protect someone or protect yourself? Tamra shoots back. The tension is electric as the 2 women face off, their years of friendship and betrayal hanging in the balance. Scene 5, Heather's dinner party. As the drama unfolds, Heather decides to host an elegant dinner party to clear the air. The guest list includes all the housewives, plus a few select friends of the show. I think it's important that we all come together and address this like adults.